Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. This will be my fourth video on the Roseburg, Oregon shooting hoax. Please watch the three prior videos. In this one, I just want to go over the witnesses and the stories they're now telling in the aftermath of the shooting. Just did a short video on those coded headlines. We'll get to that in a moment. In all of these stories, they try to add in details that stir up more emotion in the viewing and listening audience. Here we're getting the story of a hero who did this heroic thing on his son's birthday, his 6-year-old son. This is all part of a bullshit narrative, and if you don't think it's bullshit, I'm going to show you beyond a doubt that it is. Remember, the first headline yesterday was shooting at Oregon campus, and I pointed out right away how it had this 113 gematria. As more details have come out, I've noticed how significant the number 104 is. It turns out 104 is being coded into many of the crisis actor witnesses, as well as the shooter's name. The shooter has been named as Chris Harper Mercer, which has gematria of 104 and 113 as the S exception. They said he was 26 years old again. The shooting happened on October 1st, 15, a date with 26 numerology. It happened at a school, Umpqua, with a 26 gematria. And on the day of this shooting, there was a federal ruling for the parents of the Sandy Hook school shooting of 2012 where 26 people were killed. Notice the gematria of Newtown, True Secret. Sums to 33. All the letters decode to 5 except for T and O, which become 2 and 6, a lot like 26. Again, yesterday there was a ruling in the Sandy Hook shooting on the day of this Umpqua school shooting. The numbers are very similar. Oregon is the 33rd state. October is the only month with 33 gematria. Got that October gematria up on the screen right there, Truth Seeker. Oregon, the 33rd state, abbreviated OR. OR in simple English gematria is 33. Now we're getting the story of this Chris Mintz, this 30-year-old Afghan war veteran who was at this school in the middle of nowhere in Oregon for whatever reason. And what I want to show you is how his story has all the same numbers coded all over it. Hero blocked door, took bullets, having gematria of 113 and 122, just like the original headline yesterday that they began with. And with regards to 104, look at this. His name is Christopher Mintz. Christopher Mintz in gematria sums to 95 and 104. And that's not all, Truth Seeker. They say that he is from this town in North Carolina. They say he's from Randleman, North Carolina, Christopher Mintz. Randleman, North Carolina sums to 104. Now, before today or before yesterday's shooting, I should say in the time I've been doing this, I've never seen 104 heavily coded into anything. What I do notice is the word 14 has gematria of 104, and if you drop the 0, 104 becomes 14. In recent weeks, I've done significance on the number 14. The date of September 11th, 2001 was a date with 14 numerology. The words dead and end equal 14. It has been 14 years since September 11th. This 104 might have a lot to do with 14. The other name he goes by, Chris Mintz, short for Christopher Mintz, has gematria of 58, something we've seen in the shootings a lot. Also 67. The gematria of west is 67. Chris Mintz is out west. He's from North Carolina back east. For whatever reason, he's in Oregon out west. Chris Mintz in simple English gematria sums to 139 like Freemason. Also notice how North Carolina has that gematria of 67. Other witnesses they're putting on the screen, Sarah Cobb. Look at the gematria of Sarah Cobb, Truth Seeker. 33, just like Oregon, the 33rd state, just like October, just like Newtown, just like the number they code into all of these shooting hoaxes. If you are new here, in the past year I've done more than 100 videos on shooting hoaxes in the mainstream media. In every single shooting hoax, the number 33 is coded. The words police have gematria of 33, NRA has gematria of 33. The police and the NRA are two of the biggest beneficiaries of these shooting hoaxes. The NRA makes more money through gun sales, gun promotion. Police departments are better off because they get more and more federal funding for armor, weapons, etc., while schools go to shit. Remember, the word federal has gematria of 33. Washington, D.C. equals 137, which is the 33rd prime number. In this story, they're saying that Christians were targeted. Supposedly, the shooter walked up and asked, "Are you Christian?" And if they were Christian, he said, "Well, then you're going to meet your God in seconds," and he would shoot them. As I've been saying for a very long time, Oregon, the state, has major Christianity connections. There is only one state that has a gematria of 74. It is Oregon. Last year, there was a shooting in Troutdale, Oregon. They said it was the 74th since Sandy Hook. The words Jesus and cross sum to 74. Jesus was crucified at age 33. Oregon is the 33rd state, the only with a gematria of 74. Since the beginning of my video channel, I've been showing how these numbers from the Bible, from Revelation, are coded all over this nation. Notice that the word Christian in Pythagorean gematria sums to 47, the reflection of 74. The last time this happened at a school shooting was in Colorado, Littleton, the Columbine school shooting. Oregon and Colorado are two states that have gematria of 38 with Pythagorean. I just see that connection between the states. This is the first time I've heard the detail of the shooters shooting Christians at a school since Columbine. No doubt another shooting hoax. Back when Clinton was the president, the name Clinton has 33 gematria. That's not his birth name. Most presidents have major 33 connections. In this Oregon shooting, we're seeing Andy Parker weigh in. This is the father of Allison Parker, the victim in the Roanoke, Virginia TV crew shooting hoax. Andy Parker, another name with 113 gematria, just like the words mainstream, green screen, dishonest. Another witness I've seen on the news is Hannah Miles. Look at the gematria of Hannah Miles, Truth Seeker. 104 again. 104. We just saw Shannon Miles in a shooting hoax in Texas not long ago. These same names, these same numbers just keep popping up. Hannah Miles in Pythagorean gematria has the 59 connection, the kill number in Jewish gematria. Whole lot of 104 in this one. And let's just take a minute to watch this media reporting. Here's somebody named John Parker. They love to use this name Parker. He's not related to Andy Parker, but again, Parker's a name with 33 gematria. So much 33 in these shooting hoaxes. John Parker in simple English gematria sums to 116 like 911 upside down. Let's watch this guy on Fox News. He looks like a deer in the headlights. No doubt an actor agent. Here we go.
Welcome back to Hannity. This is a Fox News alert. Joining us now, John Parker. He's an Air Force vet who was on the Oregon campus at the time of the shooting, and he did have...
So this is another veteran besides Chris Mintz. We have to ask ourselves, what are these veterans doing hanging out in Roseburg, Oregon on a community college campus?
A concealed weapon on him. He was not allowed to go to the scene. John, thank you for being with us. How many years did you serve in the Air Force, sir?
Just over 4 years.
All right, so you go to school. You're there. You're a student now, right?
Yes, sir.
How far away were you?
I just want to point out real quick that the Air Force was established by the 33rd President, Harry Truman. That 33, very much connected to the Air Force. Think about the Bush dynasty family. All of those political sellouts have supposedly served in the Air Force.
You from where the shooting occurred?
At first, I was probably about 200 yards away in another building across a large field.
So you know a shooting's going on. You know that you're armed with a weapon, and based on your training in the Air Force, I would assume you probably wanted to assist. Is that right?
Well, it was more than just me. There was a few people in the vet center, and when we heard the shooting happen, we got up and we were going to go out and see what we could do. Immediately, the school staff stopped us and told us to get inside of the building. Some of us went to other buildings, but essentially the staff wouldn't let us go to assist.
So, John, you were in the vet center with other vets. Were they also armed? Do you know?
I have no idea. It's none of my business. I just know that I carry and I was willing to help.
So you have a licensed concealed carry permit. From everything I've read, the campus is a gun-free zone.
The campus, they might have made a policy overnight all of a sudden, but it's public property, and I'm licensed to. I'm licensed to carry, and I'll continue to carry.
And you're a vet. Believe me, I would like to have armed guards at schools, especially where there are schools with a lot of violence in inner cities. I think it's a big mistake. Former police officers, retired officers. When you were locked down, did you hear anything that you can share with our audience?
You know, I really didn't. Some of the people had smartphones, and they have the police scanner apps where you can listen to active radio communication. One of the instructors ended up turning on the projector on the internet and put on one of our local radio stations or television stations that was broadcasting, so we could be updated a little bit. But there really wasn't anything that I seen or witnessed other than willing to go out there and try to do what I can.
Well, I know you would have if you had the opportunity. John, thanks for being with us. We appreciate your insight. Thank you so much for serving the country. Joining us now.
I really hate Sean Hannity. What a turd. And here's just another media headline. Look at the author's name, Dan Good. Nobody has this fucking name. This name sums to 33 in Gematria. So often the authors of these bullshit articles are made-up names with coded Gematria. The girl they interview is Cassandra Welding. Cassandra having Gematria of 26, the number coded all throughout this shooting. Welding, Gematria of 38, like Oregon Pythagorean. This is what it is, Truth Seeker. Shooting hoax after shooting hoax with coded actor agents and headlines. Again, hero blocked door, took bullets equals 113, like mainstream, green screen, dishonest. That's pretty much the message, Truth Seeker. Until next time.